itchy warrior is that I that would have been better because we worried. Pit it up. That's it. Next time we'll phone at Mongazuboy. That's it. And it's like Chile. Literally that is it. But when it's you, it was like welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber and if you've just tuned in, thank you so much for finally becoming part of the Afi Nation. And please make sure that you comment in the comment section below. I want to hear from you guys, especially regarding this video, your perspectives, your opinions, etc. And I promise I don't bite, guys, so do engage in the comment section below. And thank you so much for the support that you guys have already been giving me. I'd really love it if we push for 100 subscribers. Let's keep on going, guys. Asambeni. And yeah, thank you for those of you who've been sharing my videos. Please don't stop, continue sharing my videos, continue recommending my channel to many other people. And she is here to stay. And without any further ado, let us get straight into the video. So the topics that we're going to be talking about are topics that I think are prominent according to me, according to Moa, and obviously everything I'm going to say is purely based on my opinion. Like, and so don't come at me with that. And I am entitled to freedom of expression, so I believe everything I said I was allowed to say because it's my opinion. And if you do get offended, that was not my intention. But you know what they say, if the shoe fits, then yeah. So I think I need to end it, guys, before I start blabbing. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about gender inequality, but not really just gender inequality per se, but like double standards between males and females, and how I feel like personally, guys, we all think that it starts in big places like the work environment, the organization where mostly males occupy like really big positions, and most of them are CEOs and but I feel like it actually starts in our households, and that's one thing that we probably maybe haven't taken notice of, but it actually begins in the households that we live in our homes, where you'll find a female child is treated differently to a male child. The parents, the way in which they discipline them, the way in which they treat them and bring them up as individuals of society is different, and that actually is like they treat them in a way where it's like, okay, that's double standards, okay, that creates gender inequality. Okay, so firstly, I'm gonna make this example. Maybe or cousin or whoever that is a male, you will be expected, but I said to Lumfilo is old enough to basically clean up themselves, they're old enough to wash their own plate, they make the rule that, because obviously if it was a child, then you would be expected to clean after them. But if like it's a grown-ass man who can do that for himself, but they choose and they get away with it because your parents say to okay, and indomitable is expected to do all the household chores. So henceforth, you are expected to clean after your brother or your cousin just because they are male, and that's basically having double standards. They can do as they please, and even at the end intentionally just because we has about way as the girl at the club, you must clean after me, you must make my bed, you must wash my dishes. So it's like that is not right, because apart from the fact that that's one, you're having double standards, because everyone should know how to clean up after themselves, whether you are female or male, because now the male at some point in their life they'll have to live alone, and they will have to clean after themselves if they have no wife and no one else that's a female that lives with them. They'll have to learn how to clean up for themselves. It's like common sense, and it's also called having manners. So you get me? It starts with things like that. And secondly, I've seen how maybe sometimes the way in which a boy child is disciplined is different from how a girl child is disciplined. And now, guys, don't get me wrong here. I know for a fact we would get also in the exact same way. But that doesn't mean we would see when it's a boy and they do certain things that when it's a girl, they would get a beating for it. They would get an earful for it. Like an earful is like basically a lecture. When it's a girl, that's what happens. Like if you go out and ungabuyi the next day, and always ungabaxelela bakho ubuyiphi ubethe umuntu mazana uphinde ugive but when it's your brother that does that, the only thing itchy warrior is that that would have been better because we worried. Pit it up. That's it. Next time we'll phone at Amanzi. That's it. And it's like literally that is it. But when it's you, it was like the world was over, World War III. And it's like, no, that's not right. Like, we should be disciplined in the very same way, because that can also make ingane want to rebel against you purely because they feel like they're being treated unfairly because bona bayintombazane and that shouldn't be the case. The way in which we are disciplined should be the same. It has nothing to do with our gender. It's about correcting us as children and for us to grow up in a way where we have that mindset of we are equal with females. Because once you do that, the boy will look at that and then uyohlala ecinga kanjalo ukuthi vele yena he's more superior than umuntu wesifazane, because he can get away with doing things that the parents consider wrong only when it's the girl but not ngokunkwe. And that's how these things, where society, if for example a woman commits adultery and a man commits adultery, the way in which they respond to the female committing adultery, in some communities they even shun the woman. Some communities you are literally crucified. Not literally, guys, but I mean like the way in which you are humiliated. It's as if you're being crucified. It's as if like you kill someone. It's like the end of the world. They treat you like Amanzi. But when it is like the male who does the very same thing, he is protected, the family will protect him. You just have to make sure about etc etc. Like, hey guys, and like no. No. Why behavior like excuse or why and whatever the case might be, why goes to like literally it's like very into it and go wrong vele. But why is it that when different genders, the response, the approach, that's having double standards, and that is why men will continue being the way they are and thinking that they're superior than women and dominating around. Very men dominate over us as women. I see piggies but about dominating ngendlela wrongy when women submit to them and then they dominate ngendlela engekho right because of that mentality that they have, because of the way that they were brought up, because of what happens in the environment that they exist in. So that is what leads to gender inequality. And some people, some women in households, they are literally oppressed because of the fact that those men don't see them as their equals, but they see them as simple doormats. You are a mouse, whatever decision is made will be made, even if it's concerning you. You will not even be notified about it. And when because you're not seen as an equal, you're not seen as someone and literally citate about the decision that needs to be made. Even if I, as the head of the house, like will make that decision, but I'm partner, so I should actually be, So in some households, it's literally like that because I don't want double standards, I don't want gender inequality. So it's like, and that's how it is. It doesn't just happen in organizations and in big places like that, but it happens in households. I feel like that's where it begins. That's where it starts out. Okay, guys. So basically, that is mainly what I wanted to talk about. And yeah, man, I feel very strongly about this. I'm sure you guys can already see from my facial expression and from the things that I've already said. But obviously, our opinions based on it will not be the same. And I'm expecting that there will be people who will disagree with me, and that's absolutely fine. Because at the end of the day, as long as if all don't disagree and I'm opinion justify as to why in the same way I've justified mine, because there's a lot of double standards going on. There's a lot of I feel like having double standards is basically what leads to gender inequality. Yeah, well, we know what's read in the Bible that you would see a woman is supposed to submit to a man, etc., etc. But I feel like now a man, because you are seen as a leader, yeah, well, I am your leader. You're a leader. You're supposed to lead in the right. Yeah, well, so many chances about take advantage when now you went into I don't know. Anyways, I'm not here to basically teach people to be like, I'm just like expressing my opinion. I'm expressing my opinion regarding this issue. I'm addressing it in the way that I see it from my perspective. And yeah, guys, basically I think that is basically all that I have for you guys. I didn't want to blab that much. I didn't want to say too much because it might get really heated in here. So yeah, that's all. And please make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, guys. Please make sure you go and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because I want us to hit that 100 subscribers. Give me. And thank you so much as you guys are about to do all of that. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want more videos of topics that are stimulating or that usually cause a lot of controversy, hit me up in the comment section below. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and then tana kakhulu. Inkosazana yenu signing out.
Mad at no ideas.